and what can finally kill a business that's too big to fail. We've only seen this a few times in our history with things like Blockbuster, an absolute titan that completely crumbled. But usually there's some things that a lot of people just believe will never fail because they're so big. YouTube, Google, Facebook, these kind of staples. And among those is Twitch, I imagine. For a long time, Twitch has been the go-to spot for live streaming. Of course, there are alternatives, there has been competition, but Twitch has managed to remain king and sits atop a pile of mangled corpses from shitty startups that just couldn't make it in the industry. God rest the soul of Mixer, gone but not forgotten. And then there's also really niche ones like D Live, which I don't know what the fuck's going on with D Live, but I remember you used to be able to cheer things called lemons, so maybe the lemons are still going well. I couldn't tell you, but all I know for sure is Twitch
D
is still
Live,
the number
baby.
one live streaming platform. YouTube is catching up though. YouTube's been making big power moves, but Twitch has still managed to hold on to its stranglehold on streaming. But today I think that crown is threatened. I believe we're about to enter the Game of Thrones here for who's going to be the number one live streaming platform because Twitch may have just publicly committed suicide, or at the very least shot themselves in the foot 1,000 times publicly. Now, before I get into this, I'm not exaggerating. I really do believe this decision Twitch has made is massively impactful for the overall health and longevity of the platform, and I'm going to explain why in great detail. I swear to God, this week has been the most eventful week in the entire history of the cyberspace. Since the creation of the World Wide Web, no week has been this wild. So, today, out of nowhere, at like 4 a.m. my time, Twitch dropped an announcement on a policy update that's on the horizon. And it's a
Bro, people, this one is so interesting because like people in the labor movement have been hitting me up. Like people, like leftists have been like, dude, what the fuck? Because, unlike all these dumb motherfuckers in the chat who are like, bro, you guys are like, you guys are fucking so rich, it doesn't matter. Other people recognize that this is like a gross violation. You know what I mean? It's just like ridiculous for a company to just turn around and be like, yeah, we're just giving you a pay cut for no reason. It's based on your performance, but we've decided you as a contracted employee will just get a pay cut. Like you'll be doing the same work if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You're a contracted employee and you're getting a pay cut. In any other circumstance, that pay cut is supposed to also, simultaneously coincide with like some kind of fucking reason. They were just like, yep, nope, we're not profitable enough. Sorry, we're not profitable. Like at a time when like inflation is happening, at a time when inflation is fucking happening, they were just like, nope. Nope, doesn't matter. Here, Adam hit me up about this too. Twitch is cutting creator pay by nearly 30%, and their explanation for why is transparent bullshit. Twitch is Amazon, so why are they citing the rates they charge other businesses? This is like McDonald's claiming that it costs them $3.99 to make a Big Mac is a straight up lie. The fact that Twitch is unilaterally cutting pay to its biggest stars is proof that the creator economy is a scam. These creators are the only reason Twitch has an audience in the first place. If they organize and work together, they'd have massive leverage to fight back. I agree. The other alternative is that like there are a couple problems with this because the barrier of entry for streaming is going to be like last time in the entertainment industry there was a massive fucking work stoppage in an incredibly unionized part of the field, Writers Guild. We got the invention of reality TV, right? And the reality is that once again, the same shit it can happen on Twitch, but you'll just have alternative substitutes. Like you're always gonna have rats, you're always gonna have scabs, especially when everyone has a fucking phone and a camera. So any level of organization is going to be an incredibly difficult one. It's one that people talk about, let's say, but there is no better opportunity than this. Unionize literally millionaire streamers, monkas. A lot of streamers are not millionaires. Like the level of scabbing, like the likelihood of scabbing in that field is so fucking insane that I don't know how this would work. Hear me out. Twitch will close down after YouTube fixes their chat. Then Amazon will step in and rebrand it as Amazon Gaming, where the rev split is 5 to 95%. 100%, especially when you realize that the streaming community within itself is at odds. Yeah. Obviously, players are unionized. There are long-standing players' unions in every fucking industry, and it is certainly a good idea. But would people watch scabs? They won't be experienced/decent? Yeah, bro, yes. Calling smaller streamers who want their big break scab is a bit hurtful. I get your point, though. What? Yes, bro, it is. That is scabbing. In the invention of some kind of fucking streamers union, dumbass small streamers that like think that this is their opportunity to shine would unironically be scabbing because it'd be fucking themselves over. You know why? Because if those little streamers become big streamers down the fucking line, if they're lucky enough, they would get fucked over by the same platform because there's no mechanism to push back. That's what scabbing is. That's why strikes are supposed to, have solidarity. My man was like, man, that's what you just described as scabbing, which has like historic precedent. And it being like a unironically self-defeating act of selfishness. The most capitalist thing you can do. That's actually hurtful that you're calling it what it is. Corey Doctoro says, when Amazon bought Twitch, the story was that the new conglomerate would be more efficient and that would benefit everyone, streamers and audiences. That's the story we hear about every anti-competitive merger. It is always a lie. Of course it was. If you'd like an essay formatted version of the story to read and share, there's a link. One major efficiency that the Amazon-Twitch merger was supposed to produce, lower bandwidth costs. That's one of the largest expenses associated with running a streaming service, after all. And Amazon Web Services is the 900-pound gorilla of cloud computing. This is true. They've bought or built tons of infrastructure, and even for the parts of the stack they don't own, they are so big they can demand preferential treatment. Hypothetically, cheaper bandwidth leaves more money on the table for the creative workers whose labor generates Twitch's revenue, but that's not how it's played out. In an incredible blog post explaining why Twitch is unilaterally canceling its highest tier royalties, company president Dan Clancy blames the change on the cost of bandwidth. And like, I've met Dan. He strikes me as a good dude, okay? Interesting guy, okay? So part of me does believe that Amazon is the main reason for this. It's not like Twitch independently, but Amazon is the main reason that is just like, yeah, no, you need to be more profitable. You need to be more profitable. I'm not shifting the blame away from him, okay? Obviously, he is the president. And obviously, I am currently getting fucked over by this, so don't make no mistake, okay, on where my allegiances lie, if you think that's the case. But I do believe that Twitch being under the banner of Amazon should fucking get some, like, at least additional help from Amazon. Instead of Amazon being like, nah, you need to be fucking profitable, bitch. You need to be profitable, bitch. Doesn't matter if we fucking run the back end, the most costly part of this endeavor. The reason why they're doing this is because they want to turn profit. You don't have a grandfather contract? How could I be grandfathered when I'm the grandson, motherfucker? What do you mean, grandfather contract? No, of course I don't. I went full-time on Twitch in 2020. Profit has a tendency to decline, folks, not to get all fucking Marxist with it, okay? The rate of profit is always going to fall. So you got to look to different avenues to squeeze as hard as you can. Once you have effectively monopolized a certain sector, then you can fucking take profits. Then you can increase your profit margin slowly but surely. And if you don't want to do it by, I don't know, going back to the granddaddy, going back to the Big Mac, okay, Amazon itself and saying, hey, there is a way that we can at least try to turn this around. It's just that it would eat away at Amazon's profits, which is like renegotiating or trying to fucking lower the costs of video hosting, no matter how much of a behemoth that is. Or they could increase, subscription revenue or whatever. I'm sure they got quants and mathematicians that are trying to figure that out. I have one. They aren't that grand. They forced a lot of us to update it because they didn't allow name changes before, so you had to make a new account and resign a new contract before. Yeah. The reality is that Amazon recognizes that in the live streaming space, Twitch is the top dog for a multitude of different reasons that I mentioned yesterday. And for that very specific reason, they can fucking increase the pressure, okay? They can just turn the pressure valve on. How can you do that? You can either turn it on the consumers, you, the viewers, the chatters, or you can turn the pressure valve on the fucking content creators, the workers in this circumstance. So obviously, they decided to turn the pressure valve on both at the same time. How do they do that? Well, they farm you for harder. They farm your impressions for more dollars by monetizing your impressions, by forcing more ads and higher ad density on the platform. Higher ad density on the platform on Twitch is very different than any other fucking platform itself. This is the most enthusiastic, captive audience you could ever get. The average watch time on this platform is bananas. It's higher than the fucking Super Bowl, as Devin Nash always points to. So obviously the CPMs are pretty fucking high, and there's a lot of inventory that is currently going unmonetized. Amazon's like looking at that with their mouth salivating, saying, hey, we need to run more ads. We need to run more ads right now. But of course, unfortunately, they created a monetization structure that is too good without ads. That's precisely why myself and a lot of other top content creators never really ran a single fucking dime of ads. Part of that was because Twitch was also taking an insane, mountain of the, revenue from the ads that were being generated. So they don't like that. This is not philanthropy. This is not charity. Okay. This is Twitch, baby. You got to make money bucks. Amazon's already dumping a lot of its own fake dollars internally in the form of Prime back into Twitch Prime. And then also on top of that, they're probably bearing the cost of video hosting. Is there any public info on how much Twitch is making per year? Yes, $2.6 billion, a 41% increase in year over year over the course of the past year. And yet they are still tightening the fucking budget. Okay? Austerity is upon us. Pretty funny that austerity is upon us at a time when inflation is also upon us. Cost of living is going up. Twitch is like, hey, sorry, creators, we're also going to give you a 30% pay cut. Bananas. Absolutely fucking bananas. Okay? No, that's not gross profit. No, Twitch is not a profitable company. As an artist, I'm so happy that people can make and buy the art I make on stream or other platforms. I'll make more on Etsy than on Twitch. Yeah. Amazon would ban streamers before letting them unionize. Here's a blur from a big union-busting law firm. Reading union avoidance law firm Littler Mendelssohn's annual Labor Day report. Plenty in here to spook your company's in-house counsel. We are on the cusp of witnessing what has the potential to be one of the most pro-union eras in modern history. Holy shit. Littler says the top-down approach to union organizing has flipped entirely, moving into a less predictable grassroots direction. This new paradigm can be confusing for employers, so you may want to consider seeking the advice of outside counsel. Obviously, part of that reason is because they want to make money. Union-busting law firms are going to make a lot of money by saying, unionization is happening everywhere. You better get fucking excited. You better lawyer up, is what they're saying. Amazon already probably has an in-house team that deals with that, considering what Chris Smalls did to their distribution facilities. Maybe they'll turn it on fucking Twitch if ever such a thing is supposed to happen, if it were to ever happen on Amazon. Anyway, get back to Corey Doctorow. With most streamers, Twitch takes half the money they earn. That's a big chunk, which Clancy justifies by citing continuous investments in the products and people that make your growth possible. Yeah, that's not a fucking good reason. He describes some new features that have increased the revenue per audience member since Amazon's 2014 acquisition of Twitch. But for Twitch's most valuable streamers, the ones that courted most aggressively, there's a better revenue split. 70-30. The worker gets 70%. Amazon takes 30%. These are the deals that Clancy is unilaterally canceling. Clancy says it's not fair that the company's favorite streamer should be earning more than the majority of streamers, which is a pretty good point. Except the real point is that everyone should be getting 70-30. Not some people get 70-30 and then others get fucked over and get 50-50. Especially on subscriptions, because subscriptions are entirely between the streamer and consumer. You're literally violating your own product that you're trying to fucking make money off of by making it additionally. Here's the problem. Okay? Here's the fucking problem. When you take subscriptions, which is a membership, which is directly between the fucking consumer and the streamer, okay? And you turn it into something that is, funding the dollars and funding the pockets of the platform, consumers have no allegiance for the fucking platform. Like, why the fuck would they subscribe then? You're literally cutting off your own revenue stream because the number of outside subscribers that join the fucking platform and subscribe to their favorite content creators is going to fall. It is an idiotic fucking move, okay? I'm sure they've done the math on that internally, thinking that this is going to give them immediately in the short term a big revenue boost, okay? Especially from the top content creators, but it's fucking idiotic. Okay? Especially because streamers can just turn around and be like, all right, well, I don't want my own fucking sub growth, then fuck it. Honestly, about 40% of the reason I'm subbed here is because of the platform and how it's improved customer experience so dramatically over the last 8 years. Wonder if they're moving to sell it off. No shot, bro. You crazy? Wait, so what happens when a 70-30 streamer grows into a 59-50 streamer, 50-50 streamer? At some point, there's a line and a sudden pay cut, right? Yes. Anyway, gifted subs will drop a lot, I think, but that means more viewers will watch ads. Yeah. And that is part of their fucking metric. I assume that they want more people to watch ads. They want streamers to make more money off of ads. That's why the ad rev is 50-50 now, which is a ridiculous split in comparison to YouTube where it's 70-30. But I don't have a fucking ad rev at 50-50. I never did. And that is a mountain of revenue that they're just collecting off of me running 1 minute of ads. A fuckload of revenue that they're collecting off of it. And of course, they want everyone to run way more than just 1 minute, like way fucking more. I'm looking into ways of trying to figure that out currently. Okay. But it's ruining consumer experience. Do you not have pre-rolls? I just finished watching 3 ads, clicking on XQCs, and you have none. No, I do. I just ran 3 minutes of ads in the beginning of the stream. That's the reason why you don't have pre-rolls. That's the reason why I do that, by the way, in the beginning of the stream. I run a 3-minute ad break in the beginning of the stream because a 3-minute ad break means that you will not have any pre-rolls served for the first hour, which is something that I didn't even fucking know, by the way. You need to run fucking 3 minutes of ads an hour for it not to be for you not to have a pre-roll. YouTube ads are 55-45. Oh, okay. On $5, you're getting $2.50 and pay and taxes. Let's say 40%, you only get $1.5. But this is for places where sub prices are $5. Yeah, exactly. Like when you give a $5 subscription, the after-tax pocketed money for the streamer is $1.15 fucking cents. I don't have an issue with the high taxes, by the way. Do not misunderstand me. But it is a little ridiculous when it's like people are doing the mental math without even fucking comprehending what's happening there. But part of the reason why I took a contract was literally because I wanted to manage the ads that you see. And I literally fucking took an L-ass contract originally because I thought I could run 1 minute of ad and that was it. And I would run it whenever the fuck I want. That was not the case. They still have pre-rolls on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. What he doesn't explain is why the solution to unfairness isn't to just give all the streamers a 70-30 split, especially in light of all the new revenue he boasts about. After all, nearly all of Twitch's costs are fixed. Adding new monetization feature costs the same as whether there are a million Twitch streamers or just 2 of them. That means every streamer boosts the dividends from the new monetization features. The major variable cost for Twitch, the cost that changes based on the number. Oh my God, my hair is so fucking broken. The cost that changes based on the number of streamers on the service is bandwidth, which may be why Clancy blames the clawback on it. But this is weird. As Sam Biddle wrote, Amazon's charging Amazon so much money to run the business via Amazon that it has no choice but to take more money from streamers, which is so fucking insane. Like, that's insane. Twitch's position here appears to be incredibly that Amazon is charging Amazon so much money to run the business via Amazon that it has no choice but to take more money from the streamers, the workers themselves. Just remember, this is like Disney World raising ticket prices, citing the costs associated with Mickey Mouse's salary. Just a lie is not insane, it's a lie. No, I do believe it. That's the other part of this. I do low-key fucking believe it. Okay? Straight up. I don't even fucking think it's a lie, man. I think Amazon is such a fucking weird, gross platform that they straight up are just like, yeah, be profitable or we're going to figure it out. I mean, you can't even say, or we're going to figure it out. They could just say, be profitable. We're your daddy. Amazon has to pay for electricity, rent, etc. of data centers. The servers are normally charged out to paying customers. The more Twitch uses more, the more it costs for them. Yeah, no, I understand that. I don't think Amazon is forcing them to pay retail, though. That would be psychotic. Straight up. Basically, they've elevated AWS costs for all consumers, and even if Twitch is a consumer that is owned by them, they're still a consumer. Yeah, I know, but it's nuts. I think they're working for making their turbo $6.99 to not see commercials, so the money will go right to them. Yeah, but that's also another way to siphon like subscription revenue off of streamers, making it less having less incentives for streamers to be on the platform. Like, if they're taking away membership from you, they're like taking more of the membership prices from you. When other platforms are offering like 12%, 8% deals, right? Like Patreon. That's fucking insane. That is like a complete insane moment right there to be like, oh yeah, sorry. It's the same as basically saying Prime is over. And everybody knows once Prime is done, like a lot of people will switch over to YouTube because YouTube has better monetization. It's just the truth. The moment that like monetization becomes more manageable on YouTube and better on YouTube in comparison to Twitch, you'll see people start to move over there for free without the fucking bag. The moment that you start seeing big streamers move to YouTube unprompted, the moment that you start seeing more streamers like Ninja doing multi-platform streaming, the moment that you start seeing that is the moment that like Twitch is probably going to, perhaps too late, recognize that like they do not have like the most replaceable labor force. Mixer is the only reason why YouTubers were getting better. Why does X say Twitch monetization is better? Twitch monetization is additional. That's why it's better. Always remember that a lot of people who make a fuckload of money on YouTube still come here and stream on Twitch. You understand? Why? Because that's just additional revenue that they're making here. Even with like the weird costs associated with it. But the moment that they decide to like force ads on people, you're going to see people like Germa be like, I'm done. I'm not on this platform anymore. You're going to see people like Charlie probably say, I'm done. I'm not on this platform anymore. You know? So they introduce 8K streaming and then resort to cutting pay to streamers and try to reach profitability. 8K is fucking, who cares? I don't care. The idea that we need 8K streaming is a fucking silly one. It's just dumb. It's so fucking stupid. It is so incredibly fucking stupid. 4K streaming, 8K streaming, doesn't matter. Completely unacceptable use of fucking bandwidth. No reason for it. So when the Twitch salary leaks occurred, was that before or after Twitch's cut? I think that was like, with Twitch's payouts only. So that was after Twitch had taken a cut already. Anyway, it's not a very plausible explanation, especially when there's a far simpler one sitting right there. Amazon is cutting the wages of its workers because it can. The streaming industry is highly concentrated, and Amazon is the largest player. It's where audiences go to get their streams, so streamers who want to address that audience need to submit to whatever terms Amazon imposes. It's the truth. And streamers have no leverage because there is no fucking union. Whatever negotiating leverage creators were able to exert at the start of their tenure on Twitch has been incinerated by the growth of Amazon's market share, which is ironic because, like, we contributed to that. You know what I mean? Like, the more great content that we produce on this fucking platform, okay, the more people want to stay here and not go anywhere. Obviously, the platform's own bells and whistles contributed that to that as well. But, like, streamers are the ones who are still the content creators. You know what I mean? It's fucking so stupid. Oh, 8K bitrate, not 8K resolution. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck about 8K bitrate. Straight up, I don't care. Anyway, so Amazon has torn up his contracts and handed those creators new ones. There's a name for an economic arrangement where there are just a few buyers and they put the squeeze on sellers. A monopsony. It's true. In the economic literature, monopsonies are considered especially dangerous because they're able to extract concessions from their suppliers far more easily than monopolies, which the concentrated sellers can from their customers. Monopsonists who represent just 10% of their sellers' business can start running the screw. Amazon's pretty frank about this, as I talked about yesterday. This is how Amazon has monopolized the e-commerce space. They treat the players in their marketplace like they're fucking contracted help, and they literally could just turn around and be like, "We're gonna buy your business. We like the things that you're selling." And if they say no, they put a price on it. And the guys say, "No, we're not going to let you do that." Then they're like, "Okay, well, we're just going to make the product anyway, push you down on the Amazon marketplace, make the fucking product ourselves, and then drive you out of business, and then buy you outright if we want to." In its investor presentation, it describes its flywheel, bring in customers by subsidizing below-cost prices, lock customers in with Prime, extract price concessions from businesses that have to use its platform to reach these locked-in customers.
That improves the experience even more, and the cycle continues. Here's how Amazon describes its flywheel. Lower costs lead to lower prices, which create better customer experiences, translating to more traffic, which then attracts more sellers and thus a better selection. That improves the experience even more, and the cycle continues. Amazon calls this a virtuous cycle, but it's not virtuous. It's anti-competitive. Here's what's really going on. Amazon's strategy has always been to lock in its customers. One way it does this is by putting digital rights management on ebooks and audiobooks, which cements readers to Kindle and Audible. Another is by offering fast, free shipping to Prime members. Once you pay your annual fee, Amazon becomes your default whenever you need to buy something.
Locking in its customers lets Amazon lock in its suppliers too. Publishers and small businesses can't afford to give up access to Amazon's increasingly large share of the market, so they keep listing their goods there, even when that's bad for their business long term. Amazon's lower cost structure is just a euphemism for shaking down its suppliers and workers. Amazon uses its market power to demand steep discounts and high fees from those other businesses as a cost of selling on its platform. It uses that money to subsidize low prices, which has the effect of eliminating competitors who actually pay fairly.
This is identical to what happens with Twitch streamers, man. I mean, it is. We're contracted employees. They know we're going to be here. First, they give you sweetheart deals, which are not really that sweet, but they're sweethearts in comparison to fucking what you can get on YouTube, because they have better products, better revenue products like gift subs, the Twitch Prime, which is a major subsidy if you want to consider it a subsidy. Okay? And then they go, hey, you've built a community on this platform. We love you. You're a part of the family. And then they turn around and say, hey, we're going to take fucking 30% of the revenue that you're generating for no reason. Like, literally, they're like, sorry, things are really expensive. We're going to take 30% of the revenue. That is just completely unacceptable. No other fucking business would you be like, yeah, that's fine. But of course, because streamers are, one, unionized, and two, on top of that, streamers are not unionized, and two, make a lot of fucking money and are doing something that everyone thinks like, oh man, I could do this too in the same exact way. People just turn around and go, hey, yeah, fuck you, don't complain. And I say this personally as like, someone who isn't, if I choose to take a deal, someone who wouldn't be impacted by this.
As time goes on, that means Amazon suppliers have even less choice. Those low prices also lure more customers, who then get locked into Amazon's platform as well. The shakedown grows more merciless and damaging as Amazon's flywheel spins faster and gains ever more momentum.
I just don't understand the point of disparaging small streamers if they don't assume all the risk of a strike, whilst not guaranteeing them actual benefits. Negotiate benefits only help them if their careers can manage to survive a strike. What sort of assurances can we make for them? What? Well, that's why you can't just like fucking put a strike together impromptu. That's not a thing that you can do. That's why you need to organize before you do something like that. You need a streamers guild or some shit. You can't just do that. You can't just like decide to fucking, we're doing a strike tomorrow. That's not how this works. I've talked about this a lot. You know? Anyway, this flywheel's at the center of California's antitrust case against Amazon. The company grabs so much of its sellers' revenues that they must raise prices, and higher prices spill all over to all retailers thanks to Amazon's most favored nation contracts. For 40 years, the entertainment industry has grown ever larger and more profitable, even as the share of those profits going to artists have fallen and fallen. To solve this, legislatures have granted creators more copyrights, longer terms, lower barriers to enforcement, higher penalties for violations, and yet the problem has only worsened. There's a reason for that. The major factor in suppressing creative workers' wages isn't copyright infringement, it's monopsony. 4 major publishers, 3 studios, 3 labels, 1 trade book distributor, 1 cinema chain, etc., etc. That is exactly the reason. That's why, ironically, whenever they fucking do copyright infringement, the artists themselves don't give a fuck. Because every single piece of legislative action has still been on the side of capital. We have talked about this a million times as well, when we did the fucking DMCA conversation. And I told you that I don't give a fuck about copyright. And that the only people that give a fuck about copyright are not the independent artists themselves, even though there was a couple brain-broken, dumbass fucking, I have a Spotify with like 8 fucking streams. I actually do care about copyright. Like, suck my cock. The real people that take advantage of fucking copyright are the studios. They're the labels. Fucking lawyers. This is the problem. Every single piece of legislation has always sided with capital owners with respect to like creating more opportunities to protect your revenue. Why would a creator ever sign an exclusivity contract with Twitch moving forward with these changes? Creators are less locked into the flywheel than ever. Just multi-stream without a Twitch contract. Incredible take. Beautiful take. Brilliant take. You know why? Because if you don't have a fucking locked-in contract, Twitch literally just says, all right, we're just taking the revenue that you're generating on the platform. So technically, what they're trying to do, okay, and most people don't even have the opportunity to get a fucking contract. What they're literally saying is most people can't even get that contract. But even for someone like myself, one of the top content creators who could, who has exclusivity deals that is lined up, they're basically saying you either take this exclusivity deal, regardless of whatever the fuck is in it, okay, and suck it the fuck up, or just go to a deal where it's literally fucking 50-50. You know what I mean? And we can even lower that number in the future because you have no mechanism of change. Wow, brilliant, man. How much did you thought about that? Me? A lot. This is my livelihood ultimately. Oh, not you, the chatter. Yeah. Factory I work in was acquired by a company called Novalex, who own multiple different factories, and now the company's been acquired by the company Apollo. Yeah. If top creators all went on strike, Amazon would notice. Asman worked out his alt stream that has no subs or ads, cost Amazon $150K a month by their own numbers. Yeah, that's bullshit, man. That's not true. Most people don't know, but they opened talks for 70-30 at 500 subs. That was the baseline. Yeah. Back in the old day. When they considered you a premium partner, back in the day, that's when you could get a 70-30 additional deal. So that you could like literally take more of the profits that you were generating. There are innumerable choke points between creators and artists where giant companies can simply demand that creators hand over whatever copyrights they've been given, along with the lion's share of revenue those copyrights generate. That's the thesis of choke point capitalism, how big tech and big content captured creative labor markets and how we'll win them back. There it is. NDAs, declaring NDAs over accounting and fraud, unenforceable in California, Washington, New York, the 3 states where most creative contracts are signed. There's a lot going on there. Will this have immediate repercussions? Like streamers leave right away? And do you think YouTube's going to jump on this offer stuff? No. YouTube is a gigantic mega corporation that's, picking and choosing and just like trying to dip into Twitch's, top content creators wherever they can. But the reality is it's too big to fucking maneuver fast enough and change its entire live streaming structure, especially when they're making fucking mountains of cash on their VODs, their actual moneymaker in the international marketplace. Live streaming as a method of revenue generation is marginal. Live streaming as a revenue generation engine is something that Amazon is betting on because it sees it as the future of content creation. Because further down the line, if this takes the place of TV, which it has for a lot of people, okay, then all of a sudden, you're the fucking top dog in TV. Imagine owning the entirety of TV. I don't understand how scabs work for streaming though. Like others could stream, but it's not like if all the top streamers stop streaming, viewers would just go to the next streamer, right? I mean, there is definitely an element to that. Twitch would take a big hit, but as long as people are still there, as long as consumers are still there, they're gonna find something. They're gonna find someone to watch. You know? Moist said if it wasn't for chat, nobody'd be on Twitch, lol. Oh yeah, we started with the Moist video, which we should get back to. And he is right, by the way. the community that you can foster on this fucking platform and the live back and forth that I have with chat is unmatched. The kind of content that I produce in the political sphere is literally irreplaceable. Okay? That's it. It's the truth. Not to like suck my own dick a little bit here, but I'm going to do it. Okay? And I'm going to suck the dick of chat as well. But there's a reason why no one can fucking recreate this. Okay? Partially because this can only happen on Twitch, but also because I'm a fucking psycho. I'm an absolute psychopath. But that's it. That's the truth. That's the reality. Okay? And even then, I can't do this on YouTube as well.
Doozy. So buckle your seatbelt and keep your hands inside the ride at all times because we're going in deep. This is downright baffling that they thought this was a good idea. So the announcement is all about their revenue split as well as a couple of other things that they briefly touch on. But the big focal point here is what they're going to be changing with their streamer revenue split. For those that don't know, when you stream on Twitch, you can have subs. If you're an affiliate, a partner, you get a sub button, which is something that viewers can click on and pay you like $5 a month to support you as well as get emotes in return. Now, streamers split this $5 with Twitch. Twitch takes 50%, 50% goes to the streamer. However, for as long as I can remember, they've also had a 70-30 split where 70% goes to the streamer and only 30% goes to Twitch. That's something that isn't exactly secretive. It's not something that's only existed in hushed whispers behind the dumpsters or anything like that. It's been something that's been publicly discussed for a long time. The 70-30 split was reserved for like partners on the upper echelon of streaming. And for a long time, I, as well as pretty much everyone else on the platform, has always said that the revenue split across the entire platform should be a flat 70-30 for all creators of all sizes, to match YouTube at the very least. YouTube is 70-30 for all their streamers. 70% to streamers, 30% to YouTube. But Twitch, that deal is only reserved for the select few partners that get that. Everyone else is 50-50, which makes no sense, honestly, because it should just be a 70-30 split straight up.
Yes.
Now, when I first saw this,
Like, no one is saying that it is fucking incredible that like Twitch is taking money. Like, yeah, they need revenue. They need to generate revenue so they can like operate a site. There's cost to this shit, right? Like, I get it. I understand it. It's just that as a business, they are personally gearing that towards what the competitive rates are in the market. They're not doing it off of like, what's best for the fucking streamer. They're doing it off of what they can get away with. And when there was more competition in the marketplace, no matter how laughable it was, like Mixer and shit, they were willing to do more competitive deals and deals that were offering you. Ew. Representative Matt Gaetz just retweeted me. I'm changing my Twitter name. Hold up. Hold on. Can you see it? Someone screenshot it quickly. Fuck, I said tracking. See if I can do it again. I'm going to try again. Okay, try it again. He unretweeted it already? Fuck! No shot. Did he? No, I changed it. I changed it to something shorter. Yeah, Gates FBI investigation for tracking minors. No, I changed it. I thought I changed it. Gates pedo FBI investigation. There it is. Screenshot it quick. Holy fuck. Can someone send me a screenshot of the Bloomberg child predation thing? I wanna reply with that. No, I want to reply with a screenshot of the Bloomberg child predation. Hold up. No, not just like I want a screenshot of the article because I just. Dude, oh my god, you guys are all doing the same thing. Stop sending me the fucking. Yeah. There you go. This is perfect. There it is. What's he gonna do? Ban me from fucking Florida? He can suck my dick. Well, I'm not a minor, so he probably won't, but allegedly. Bro beefing with congressmen? Dude, you don't remember? I was also beefing with fucking... Oh, this is perfect. Thank you. Motherfucker is like literally joining Twitch right after child predators use Twitch to systematically track kids. Like, come on, dude. I beefed with Ted Cruz. I beefed with Ted Cruz. I beefed with fucking Kayleigh McEnany when she was the White House press secretary. I've beefed with a lot of fucking, senators, White House press people. Anyway, Madison Cawthorn was supposed to come on the fucking stream. I don't know what happened. Chelsea, I just texted you. He ran, but not really. Yeah, he ran away. I mean, he wheeled away. I'll be in jail if I do this in India. Glad to be here. Yeah, I mean, I'd be in jail if I did this in Turkey too. Anyway. I love that he hasn't deleted it yet though, which is pretty fire. You know what I mean? Respect. Respect. He just really loves the next generation. You know what I'm saying? This will be on CNN? Nah, no shot. I don't think so. I did beef with Dan Crenshaw too. And he didn't see that coming. What is this? Glad to be in a room where I'm one of the oldest people.
You can edit video. You can open and unlock an iPhone. That can be very difficult for others, especially in Congress. I'm just glad to be in a room where I'm one of the oldest people. You know.
Oh, God. He deleted it? Did he? No, it's still there, man. Here, I retweeted it on my own. Dan Crenshaw couldn't see the depth of my joke. Yeah, dude. He lacks perception. Honestly. He just couldn't see it. I mean, just retweeted something else. Wait, really? This one's better. Okay. Dan Crenshaw has a real rookie hole. Man, that was one of the funniest things that happened in this entire fucking Twitch drama shit. This Twitch drama cycle was like XQC describing his new terms. XQC unveiled his new terms. One of them was rookie hole, and I will never... It's just great. I love that. Brilliant stuff.
This announcement be posted, I got starry-eyed. I was like, holy shit. Twitch is about to cop the fattest W in internet history with this announcement. They're going to announce that every streamer's getting a 70-30 split. This is what everyone's been wanting for years. Let's fucking go. But then the reality set in. Just like a man who unfortunately came home early from work and found his wife cheating on him, I was devastated. Because what they actually were explaining is that they were just getting rid of the 70-30 deal altogether. They explained that they'll no longer be offering the 70-30 contracts to any streamers, as well as mentioning the alteration to existing 70-30 premiums. So creators that are already used to the 70-30 deal.
Like their answer basically is like, what are you going to do? Not stream on the platform? Suck my dick. You understand that, right? That is literally what this is. This is like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, dude? You don't want to fucking... You don't like the deal that we're giving you? Oh, guess what, dude? Guess what, dude? What are you going to do? Not stream? Fuck off.
Will maintain 70-30 up to 100 grand, and after 100 grand, it then goes to 50-50. So instead of bringing all creators up to 70-30, they bring everyone down to 50-50. And I'm sure a lot of you think like it's unreasonable to expect them to do 70-30 deals for everyone. But it's really not. They're backed by Amazon. They have a massive purse that they could tap into for moves like this. YouTube has 70-30 deals for every streamer. Like, that is the standard. And you're telling me Twitch, which is the literal #1 streaming platform and has been for fucking decade now, can't match that deal, how is YouTube, which is only just now really starting to figure out the streaming space, able to do a better job at something Twitch pioneered? It's kind of fucking crazy to me. So Twitch came in like a burglar in the night, but instead of stealing a television, they just stole 20% from the creators that helped make their platform pop off in the first place. According to some of the math I've seen floating around, overall this is a 29% decrease in revenue for streamers that were on the 70-30 deal. But again, that's for the upper echelon of streaming, so they're gonna be fine, you know? Your heart shouldn't be breaking like, holy fuck, they're gonna be homeless now. It's a slap in the face to them for sure, but they're going to be okay. They're very
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a 30% pay cut.
well off, but you would expect
Like, there are instances where like a 30% pay cut is justifiable, right? Like, let's say there are additional benefits that you get, or there's like a new revenue mechanism or something that's in play, and it's a very costly one, and that's precisely why they're doing it. They literally didn't even do that. Also, what Charlie probably doesn't realize is that there's a concept called price leadership. In industries that are already heavily fucking, monopolized, or industries where there's verticals where there's a oligopoly, what they will do is follow Twitch's lead. So Twitch does price leadership. You know who else will follow suit on that potentially? Fucking YouTube. So this ruins everything. It ruins other places as well. And I think people don't recognize that either. What if they reversed it where the top is 50-50 and the bottom is 70-30? They didn't do that. The bottom was always 50-50 and the top was 70-30. They're taking the top 70-30 and turning it into 50-50. Everyone should be 70-30. This is insane. Pitting fucking small streamers against big streamers is idiotic. Everyone, it's literally their money. It's your money that you're giving to the streamers. You're not paying Twitch. You're not like, oh man, when you subscribe, you do it for one reason and one reason only at the HasanAbi broadcast, because you like the broadcast and because you want to avoid the top of the hour ad break that's coming in 22 minutes into the top of the fucking hour. Okay, you're like, I don't want to see fucking ads. So I'm subscribing. Okay, none of those reasons is like, oh man, I really want to tip my landlord today. You know what I mean? You're not like, I would really want to give a tip to Twitch. Okay? Nobody's going, I'm tipping Twitch today. They're doing great with the bandwidth. Okay? No. You're like, I'm paying $5 a month to no longer see the fucking ads on my favorite broadcasters stream, and I like them. I think it deserves it. Or you're like, I already have a fucking Twitch Prime and it's free because I connected my Amazon Prime account to my Twitch account. Or you're like, I got enough money. I got a paycheck. Fuck it, YOLO. I don't want other people to see the ads, so I'm gifting motherfuckers like Actually Carlos or Swerve7. Both gifted 5 gifted subs, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1 minute ad break now, by the way. Nobody is like, oh man, I'm really excited to fucking tip Twitch. I can hear the news now. YouTube upgrades new tab to strike at Twitch. And then remember, like, we're fucking doing, like, I'm doing 200 hours a month, man. Like, that's not easy. That's 10 hours for a normal work week. 10 hours a day from Monday to Friday. Like, look at this. Twitch takes 50%, YouTube takes 70%, Fanhouse 90%, Fansly 80%, OnlyFans 80%, Patreon 88 to 95 depending on plan and features, Ko-Fi 95% or free or 100% for gold members. Like, these other platforms that don't actually host video, obviously, can offer insane memberships. Danny Penguin gifted a tier 3 sub to Congressman Matt Gaetz. Jesus Christ, Danny Penguin. Lizzie Gobbler, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Mellow, Lemon Jello, and Actually Carlos, thank you for the 5 get the subs. The one and only Red September, thank you for the 25 get the subs. Nuts.
If they're taking 20% back from those streamers, you would expect Twitch to be using that money to improve the platform, or being like, you know what, since we're taking this, here's how we're going to make the platform better for viewers and for streamers. But they're not. They're making it worse. They continue to shit where they eat. They announced this.
Like, they want to fucking do ad. You guys remember when Adpocalypse happened? Obviously, that has a different name for Twitch than YouTube, when like they just started literally running ads without you having any say. And they were blasting motherfuckers in the ass like nonstop. Okay? They were just going absolutely fucking bananas. They're going crazy. Right? And that was nuts. Right? People were like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to fucking do this shit. But guess what, dude? That's the future. That's what they want. They want to fucking blast ads everywhere. Kinder Surprise 217, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Professor Soup, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Remember, one of the things I said at the time when Adpocalypse happened was that it is so unacceptable that they're running ads without asking me on my own fucking platform, on my own content, that I'm just using their services to host. You know what I mean? Ultimately, right? That, like, I think that is so fucking unacceptable that I like, and I'm so powerless to do anything about it that I don't know. I might like potentially move to a different platform. Thank you, Kinder Surprise, Blue Lou 95, and Creed HR for the 5 get the subs. Facial recognition is designed to recognize whether we are actively watching the ads or not in the future. Nice. Is this not an overreaction by streamers, though? It's only going to affect the top streamers with the best contracts. They already have plenty and get the first 100K a month. No, not 100K a month, 100K a year. Like, obviously, nobody cares for Amazon making more money, but Twitch isn't even profitable. Obviously, the ads are shit, but Amazon has no reason to allow Twitch to stay a drain forever. No, brother. Like I've said already, this implies that they can do it to everybody, and they are doing it to everybody. They were doing it to smaller streamers already. Now they're doing it to larger streamers. It will literally quite frequently continue to happen. And the main reason for why they're doing it is because they want to serve more ads. Why don't you recognize that this ruins the consumer experience? You as a chatter are going to get face fucked with more ads, okay? They want to be more profitable, and they're showing that they don't even give a fuck about any content creator on the platform. They're literally just turning around and saying, we're going to take 30 fucking percent of your revenue that you've generated with your memberships. That's crazy. Yes, XQC does run 7 minutes of ads per hour, I think. This is not actually Congressman Matt Gaetz, man. You guys are so dumb. But that's funny that you said that.
Part in the same blog post, I guess, like the first part was supposed to be the bad news, like hitting you with the cold water right away. 70-30 contracts are gone. But here's the dessert. Here's the good stuff coming. Our recent bump in ads revenue share to 55% as part of our ads incentive program is a great way for these larger streamers to make up most, if not all, of that revenue. How can you be this out of touch? It's mind-blowing. The shamelessness here to try and pitch this like a positive or noble thing. Yeah, so you guys are making less money on subs and Twitch is making more. So what? Boo-hoo, cry about it. Just run more ads, idiot. You stupid asshole. Just keep playing more ads for us, baby. Keep greasing the machine. More ads. That'll solve it. They're like fucking Mr. Krabs over here with this insatiable greed and their fixation on ads. They're trying to make Twitch like TV where you get 15 minutes of ads per hour. It's crazy here. Right now the maximum contract on Twitch is 4 minutes of ads per hour. Yeah, it's not as much as TV, but that alone right there is still significantly more ads than you're going to get on YouTube. Plus, Twitch's ads are significantly more intrusive. They're unskippable ads, whereas YouTube has skippable ones. Like, they're just so behind here. And they're trying very hard to push these larger streamers to do as many ads as possible. By taking away that 20% and then like bumping up their split on ad revenue as a way of kind of like nudging them, like, hey, I know you missed that 20%. Why not just click that 3-minute ad button one more time?
Wait, what the fuck? It's actually him? No shot, bro. Wait, what? Bro, one of his staffers is going buck wild. Wait, no shot. Is that what his like account links to? Twitch.tv Congressman Matt Gaetz. No fucking shot. No way. I don't believe it. There's no fucking way. One of his staffers has got to be a fucking fan of mine or something, dude. What the fuck? Oh my fucking God, it's him. Oh my God, it's him. Oh my God. It's literally him. America First is inevitable. US. MAGA. Suspicious user ban evading. It's actually him. Wait, why does it think it's a suspicious user? Why is he flagged for ban evasion? Dude, there's so much happening right now. Matt Gaetz' move to Twitch is like blowing up in his fucking face. The account was created June 15th, 2022. Does that mean he has another account? That means he has a staffer. He has a staffer who is like either a fan of mine or a hate watcher that is currently on this account writing shit. Right? That's what that means. Suspicious user ban evading. Meaning like I banned one of his fucking staffers. Yeah, I got homophobic chicken. Fuck yeah, baby. Maybe that's why he's a tier 3 subscriber. I'm eating homophobic chicken. Free Nestor, bro. I'm losing my fucking mind right now. What is happening? I know someone gifted him a sub, by the way. That's why he has a tier 3 subscription, but I actually didn't think that it was like literally him. Anyway, man, this platform is so sick. I love our wonderful little platform, man. Great.
For us, maybe 2 or 3 more times so you can actually get back to where you were. It's horrible. It's not only bad for streamers who don't want to run ads, which is all of them. The only streamers that run ads are the ones that are contractually obligated to. It's also awful for viewers because it completely ruins the experience. Again, these are unskippable ads and they will go for literally 8 back-to-back ads. Nobody wants that. It's a terrible viewing experience. It's dog shit. And that's going to be even more prevalent should this change go forward as
There is
written.
one streamer who likes
Now
to run
let's
ads
dive
as
into why I
XQC.
believe this change will have a massively detrimental effect on the platform as a whole. I think what's going to happen here is like a full-blown exodus. I feel like this is going to be straight up Matt Damon being sent to Mars here. There's going to be a lot of
AdQC.
top-level streamers, I think, that no longer exclusively stream on Twitch. You might remember recently Twitch made a change to another policy which forbids streamers from streaming anywhere else once they're a partner. That got lifted. So as just a normal partner, you can simultaneously stream on Twitch and YouTube if you want
too.
to. That doesn't apply to the streamers that have the 70-30 contracts. Those are much more strict. And those contracts, they ask a lot of the streamer. From ad incentives, which can go up to 4 minutes per hour, all the way to the stream hours they require per month, which can go from like 160 to 180 hours, which is a lot. That's a big ask. And a lot of the streamers are used to that. They've been grinding that for a long time at that 70-30 mark. But now, with that 70-30 mark completely changing and going back down, they're going to start to wonder, is it worth it, you know? Like, they took a huge hit to their sub revenue, but they're still grinding for less money. Why would they then stay exclusive with Twitch when they can just not renew their contract and simultaneously stream on Twitch and YouTube? Or, better yet, why not go to YouTube, who's going to pay them a bag to get there, like straight up 7 figures worth of doubloons, straight big schmeckles to go over there? Why wouldn't they just take that, go to YouTube, which has the 70-30 split they're used to, as well as significantly more lax contracts? Ludwig recently showed his hours streamed for a month, and he's not even breaking 120 hours. That's nothing on Twitch.
I know his hours. They are much lower than that. He's just doing it for fun at that point. I've told you this already. Mine are 200 hours a month. Yeah. I do 200 hours and my fucking ad revenue and my ad revenue share is insane. Think YouTube but flipped.
Twitch. Whereas YouTube, it's more lax. It's the 70-30
By the way, this makes it additionally funny that everyone is always like, Hasan, you're so fucking spoiled, you fucking Twitch streaming bitch. It's like, bro, I literally work 200 hours minimum a month. Fuck my dick.
what you're used to. The ads are less intrusive and
Work Omega Law. I know, bro. I know. It's easy work. It's not backbreaking work. And I love it. That's why I do it. I've never seen another industry where there's so much disdain for the people whose content you're consuming. Like, motherfuckers would complain about me eating. I'm literally eating on the job. Okay? I guess sex work is the other one, but I mean, there's additional shit on top of that. It's so much harder.
there's no huge ad requirement in YouTube contracts that I know of. And you're getting paid to go over there. Why the fuck would you stay on Twitch? Twitch has nothing at that point. The only thing Twitch has over YouTube then is the chat. And Twitch chat is a million times better than YouTube chat. Just straight up, that is an objective truth. 100%. But if YouTube ever fixes their chat, then there's really no reason to stay on Twitch. And even as a viewer too, because once all of these new policies roll out that they've announced here, the changes, your experience as a viewer is going to be worse because you're going to be inundated with ads constantly. It's going to be like fucking brainwashing with how many advertisements that'll be shoved down your throat. It is killing the big streamers' motivation to stay there because YouTube is just the better offer. It's the better deal. And if you don't want to exclusively stream on YouTube, why wouldn't you just simultaneously stream on both then and double dip, double fist here? There's no reason to be exclusive on Twitch once this change comes, because all it's going to do is be an added stress and a worse experience for your viewers. Because once you take this new Twitch contract, you're going to have to run more ads, which makes it an unwatchable stream. When there's a ton of ads on a stream, I leave. Most people do, because they're super intrusive, they ruin it. No one likes the ad breaks. When I do an ad break, it's because I went up to go pee, and I'll just run ads while I'm peeing so no one's missing anything. But I can't piss fucking 5 times an hour in order to hit the new ad density requirements. Like, that's, you know, my bladder's not built that way. I'm not a fucking superhero, right? You know, with great power comes great pissing, but I'm just not there yet. It's just super stupid. Like, they're not even addressing the problem with the ads, with how intrusive they are. They're still pre-roll ads, which immediately kill
Yeah.
discoverability for smaller streamers, because if someone's clicking on a stream they're unfamiliar with, they're not going to sit through 6 ads that play against the creator's will. They'll see the ads come up and they'll immediately leave, so now they've lost a potential new viewer. Like, the ads are a huge problem on Twitch that are not being addressed. Instead, they're just doubling down on the current ad status, like how they pre-roll, how they're unskippable, and just subtly push streamers to run more of them in order to make up for lost revenue that Twitch took back from them. It's just such a fucking backwards idea that they had the chutzpah, the gall, to try and spin as something noble. When you read this blog post, they write it as if they're some saint. Like, as if they're doing the platform a favor, like this is somehow a good thing. When under no interpretation of this policy is it a good thing. I don't know how it can possibly be spun as a positive thing unless people really fixate on, wow, creators get a little more percentage of the ad revenue. Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see more ads from them. It's just so fucking insulting. And then they even had the audacity in this policy update to mention how expensive it is to run the site, as if anyone is surprised by that. It's Twitch. Of course it's going to cost a ton of fucking money to run the site. You know what else costs a ton to run? YouTube. And you're both backed by massive corporations. You can both afford it. I don't know why that was there in the first place. They slid that in there as like an explanation for why they can't do 70-30 for all the streamers, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth because it doesn't really seem like, it doesn't compute in my mind how Amazon, who owns Twitch, can't somehow figure out a way to compete with YouTube with the 70-30 deal. Like, how is that possible, really? But just to wrap it all up, my point is, I think this policy will drive most of the top streamers, as well as a lot of their viewers, off of Twitch, at least exclusively on Twitch. Because it's going to be a worse viewing experience should this go through, because the streamers will feel obligated to run more ads, even if it's not in their contract. Just the lost revenue that they'll experience from the 70-30 going back to 50-50 is going to be enough to make them want to run those ads in order to make up for that. So that's going to be a worse experience for their viewers, and there's not going to be really any incentive for them to stay on Twitch, because YouTube is just legitimately the better deal, and like they are offering a better deal than Twitch is, just like altogether. So a horrible, horrible, horrible L for Twitch here today that I just wanted to talk about a bit. Well, that's about it. See ya.
To the latest on the war in Ukraine, and Vladimir Putin.
Video overall, big L.